My name is Grant Pomonville. I'm a freelance caricature artist and illustrator. Been doing this since 1999. My website is artbygrant.com. Well, as a kid, my dad was an art teacher, so he always had all the equipment laying around, you know, like different markers, light tables, paint, everything. So as a kid, I would always just pick it up and, you know, start sketching things, and he would like give me little pointers here and there, and then it slowly turned into I would start drawing all my teachers, and that's where I kind of get the caricature cartoony aspect, because I'd always be like kind of, you know, drawing my teachers is like I like to draw them in funny situations, like, you know, as rappers or something like that. So then that's kind of how it developed, you know, starting out as a kid. Well, I mean, I noticed, like, when I look at people, I look at how I would draw them. You know, for instance, like, I'll be like, just like at a gas station or something, I'll see some random person like, oh man, that guy has a sweet ass face to draw. And normally, they're the type of people that other people would think, oh, I don't even want, you know, look at this guy. But to me, it's something like his nose is crazy, or, you know, he's got something different. And so I look at that kind of thing, kind of gravitate towards just different things. With art, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's just, if you have the motor skills to do it, you're always going to keep learning, because like every single thing that you see is designed by somebody. Anything, like road signs, the road, buildings, everything. And I'm always influenced by other art. Music is a huge influence, because it's the same thing. You could do music until you die, because it's not about the age. It's about just experimenting, and you can make mistakes, and that's important to do, because I think sometimes you should always try new things. I think like that type of thing is just what I like. It's like, I would be doing it even if I wasn't, you know, getting paid or anything like that. So it's like first it's a love for the art form, and then staying sharp. It's like not every day I draw good. Like, it's like the best analogy I could say is like Kobe Bryant. He might be good most of the time, but he has stinker games. Just like Al Hirschfeld, one of the oldest caricature artists there is. You know, even when he lived to be like in his late 90s, and he, you know, would say, you know, even I can't draw perfect every time. I mean, you can't nail everything. I mean, we're human, but you could just keep trying. And you know, some days you have bad days, just like anything. But I just think once you do something good, then that's what keeps you going, like keeps you elevating, wanting to do better and better. Because when you do it live, like I could talk to them like I'm talking to you. I'll say, you know, some people are quiet, you know that right away. Some people are like crazy, some people are like over talkative, some people are saying, don't do this, don't do that. So even before I even barely meet them for a minute, I already know like kind of how far I can push it, and that helps for me to like kind of gauge it. You know, like at first you don't know those type of things, but I think the live interaction with people, because also it's not like when I'm like with a photo, I only get one angle. Like when I'm looking at you right now, I could see, you know, a 3/4 angle. I could see how big your nose is this way, how big it is straight on. And then all that stuff transfers to help make a better drawing, because I'm getting all your likenesses, you know, and in person, what better way can you do it? Tons, everyone almost, even like, I mean, I grew up liking like realistic stuff, like, you know, like just traditional fine artists and all that. And then slowly, once I started getting into cartoons and caricatures, and obviously Mad Magazine, like a guy that basically taught me and gave me my first job, Tom Richmond, he draws for Mad Magazine, like Mort Drucker, Jack Davis, David Berg. But then I'm influenced by Picasso, Van Gogh, Monet, and then even like music, because I think every time I'm doing drawings, I'm always playing music. So to me, it's like, I think I'm influenced by everything. Well, I mean, when I'm doing characters, I usually just use pen and ink. One thing, I'm left-handed. So they taught us early on as kids that our cursive had to point this way. So we were writing like this. So every drawing I do in pencil smears because I'm always dragging my hand over it. So I always use marker because that's the easiest way to get over that smear stuff. And but like now like with the computer I could do a pencil sketch. I like to use marker, scan it in, and then do a lot of the coloring on the computer. I pretty much rarely paint now, or actually like, you know, physically do it. I'll do usually everything on the computer, just because I'm used to it, and I can get the same kind of effect that I want, like with Photoshop and Illustrator and programs like that, where I can, you know, do the airbrushing right on the computer, and it's so much easier too. I don't need, like me, I don't even really have an art studio. All I have is a computer, a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard, a printer, a turntable, and a Wacom tablet, and that's basically all you need now. It's a unique art form because, number one, I mean, not too many people are just drawing people like on the street or at a party or something like that. So right there, it's unique. There's so many unique aspects about it because there's no art director. There's nobody telling you what to do. There's nobody telling you, oh, I don't like that. You know, can you make my eyes a little bigger? I mean, they could say that, but you could just say, sure, and just keep going. You know what I mean? Because it's you doing it. And like that kind of thing, I just really enjoy it. I just think I would be rather doing that than sitting in a room, like, you know, drawing all these things just all by myself. I love the interaction with people. I've done everything, you know, I've been doing this since 1999, so I've done like bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, birthdays, weddings, corporate events, company parties, picnics, you name it, anywhere, anything where there's a group of people gathering, like I'm there doing it. So pretty much anything. I mean, I've even done caricatures for a funeral. So wedding, if you think about it, it's like anything else. I mean, there's a group of people there, there's kids that are there, there's family there, and there's people that are there that barely know the people getting married, you know? So it's just, they just want to do something, you know? And so I look at it just like it's a prom, or like it's just a more formal event, but I'm still same thing. I'm interacting with the crowd the same exact way, and it's also good for the couple because it's a lasting memory of their event. They're like, because every single person I ask, a lot of people that sit down, they're like, oh, I've gotten a caricature before, and they'll remember where they got it, how old they were, you know, everything about it, and they still have it because that's what people do. They keep them forever and ever, or they hang them up on the wall or whatever, put them in a closet, whatever. Some people like that, and so it's kind of cool knowing that I have, you know, thousands of my drawings scattered all around this area, or even everywhere. Well, first of all, I have like my whole spiel where I tell them, like, because they usually ask me, how many can you do an hour, or what's your rate and all that, and I just, you know, so I run down my whole thing. I draw an 11 by 14, I draw like 17 to 21 people each hour, and I just say, I really rely a lot on my website because I think that's the best way. I tell them, hey, look, if you want to see it, because that way you'll know what you're getting. I say, go to my website, artbygrant.com, click on Event Caricatures, scroll down, click on any of the pictures, because that's what you're going to get, because those are live samples of my drawings.